immigration. 2-3 क्वेश्चन ज़्यादा पूछ लिए हमसे.
I've never bought a SIM card for cheaper in my entire life. That's how we are, budget travelers, always looking for the next adventure, because it means that there's more young people who would love to come here.
हेलो गाइस, वेलकम टू मोल्दोवा. जस्ट पहुँचे मोल्दोवा. टर्की में बहुत ही बड़ा लेओवर था. मतलब यार ठंडी पड़ गई, बुरा हाल था यार. टर्की में बहुत बड़ा लेओवर था. जॉसलिन तो बढ़िया करके सो रही थी, लेकिन आई कुडंट स्लीप एट ऑल. She slept like a baby.
Yeah, because I slept on the floor behind the chair so no one could see me, and then I was feeling safe and it was really cozy.
She's the one energetic right now, but I didn't sleep the entire night. But that's okay. Moldova, after getting out of the airport, एकदम से एनर्जी सी आ गई है अंदर से. थोड़ा बहुत हैसल था, a little bit of hassle at the immigration. 2-3 क्वेश्चन ज़्यादा पूछ लिए हमसे. They were like, maybe she's coming from United States and United States in the red list, so she has to show.
Yeah, they didn't even ask me where we were flying from. They just assumed I was coming from the US, and I was like, I haven't been there in 5 months. We've been in Serbia for the last month. And then she just really had an attitude about it, didn't want to help us out. She brought 4 people in to the immigration stall, all to do her job. It was really crazy.
Yeah, actually देखो, टर्की में हमारा बहुत बड़ा लेओवर था. तो टर्की में लेओवर के वजह से उनको लगा कि हम यूएस से आ रहे हैं और ये यूएस से आ रही है, और इसको क्वेश्चनिंग करी क्योंकि इंडिया रेड लिस्ट में नहीं था, बट यूएस वाज इन द रेड लिस्ट एंड बिकॉज ऑफ अ पासपोर्ट दे अज्यूम्ड. But then we told them कि यार no, we are coming from Serbia and just check it out on our passport. और पासपोर्ट में उसको चेक करते हुए सर्बिया की स्टैम्प बड़ी छोटी सी है, so it took them quite a lot of time to actually figure out which was the stamp of Serbia.
They stared at the passports for so long, scrolling through every page at least 3 times, even though we had all the documents. By the way, guys, you can look here to see all the documents.
पहली बार हुआ ऐसा कि we didn't get tested क्योंकि because we were vaccinated, we kind of saved like $90, $80-90 each. सर्बिया में सब कुछ बहुत अच्छा था, लेकिन कोविड टेस्ट बहुत महंगा था. तो we didn't get tested there because we had the vaccination cards. तो उस वजह से हमें easily से एंट्री मिल गई. ये है मामला अभी, और we are outside. इससे पहले we got a SIM card.
It was really cool getting a SIM card. I've never bought a SIM card for cheaper in my entire life, including Southeast Asia. We got 10 gigabytes for $1.63.
That's like 100 rupees, 100 rupees.
Yeah, and it was chill. They didn't ask for your passport or anything. It was just like, give the money, get the card, and go. Instant activation.
Instant activation, just right then, right now. And we'll find more about Moldova, but as for now, we're getting a good vibe. As soon as we walked out of the airport, और वहाँ पे देखो यार, इतना अच्छा था पहाड़ टाइप का. It's a very small hill. I don't know what to call it, but it looks like a hill to me. What does it look like to you?
It looks actually flat to me, like a plateau, but it's hard to tell from this distance.
What's the plan, Jocelyn? What are we gonna do?
Yeah, so from here we need to take a trolley bus, they call it.
Why?
Why
are we taking?
Well, I don't know why they call it a trolley bus.
Why are you making me take a trolley bus? Okay.
Okay,
we are gonna go to Couchsurfing place.
You want to get a limousine or a taxi?
Get me a limousine.
Yeah,
me a limousine.
Okay.
It's a cheap country, isn't it?
That's true. We could. Let's splurge in Moldova.
Is it hot in here?
So we are getting the bus because we're gonna take public transport to go to a Couchsurfing guy.
Yeah.
And this Couchsurfing guy, who is he?
He's a musician. He's very young. He actually already has one couch surfer there, but he was like, hey, you guys are welcome. We don't have a bed, but you can sleep on the floor. So we're like, all right, let's see how it goes.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's how we are, budget travelers, always looking for the next adventure. We don't need luxury.
Yeah. So anyway, he gave us the route plan, everything on our WhatsApp. We have it over our WhatsApp. We need to figure out what a trolley bus is.
Get right
Okay,
here.
the trolley bus. Oh, I see a bus. I see a bus. Bus number 35? 35? Yes, it's 35. 38. Oh my god, I can't see.
Well, we can ask this guy up here where we should stand.
30. It's 30. हमको बोला गया था कि यहाँ पे एयरपोर्ट से बाहर निकलते ही हमारे होस्ट ने बताया था कि 30 नंबर वाली बस ले लेना। हमने वो बस ले ली है और हम सिटी सेंटर की तरफ जा रहे हैं। अभी तक इतना हमारा एक्सपीरियंस रहा है यार, ज़्यादा लोग यहाँ पे इंग्लिश बोलते नहीं, मतलब सच में यार ज़्यादा इंग्लिश बोलते हुए लोग हमको मिले नहीं हैं। और बाहर बर्फ़ दिख रही है तो मतलब यहाँ पे बर्फ़बारी हुई होगी हाल फिलहाल, ज़्यादा नहीं दिख रही है पर बर्फ़ है अगल बगल, जो पिघलती नहीं होती है बर्फ़ वाली। हाँ जी, बस सिस्टम वैसे ही है जैसा होता है, उतना ज़्यादा ऑटोमेटेड नहीं है जितना सर्बिया में था। मतलब यहाँ पे आपको एक ड्राइवर है और ड्राइवर के साथ साथ एक कंडक्टर है। वो कंडक्टर साइड पर बैठी है और वो आगे बस है। तो हाँ वो आई हमारे पास, हमने मैप में उनको दिखाया है कि हमको कहाँ जाना है और ऐसे करके टिकट एक्सचेंज हो गया, इन्होंने टिकट दे दिया हमको। अब बस ध्यान रखने वाली बात ये है कि यार सही जगह पर उतर जाएँ, तो वो हम मैप से ट्रैक करते हैं क्योंकि इंटरनेट है हमारे पास तो वो कर सकते हैं। Jocelyn, how much did we pay for this half an hour, 40-minute ride?
I didn't check. Huh? Nothing?
Nothing?
We didn't pay anything.
What do you mean?
I gave her a 50 and she gave me back 50 in change.
10, 20, 30.
Oh, we paid 10.
10.
10?
10 lei. 10 Moldovan lei, which is around 70 cents.
For 2 people.
For 2 people. 70 cents. 70 cents यार, अब लगा लेना कभी, मतलब 50-60 रुपए करीब, ठीक है। और that was the bus that was coming from the airport. So we can imagine how cheap Moldova could be. Just यहाँ पे बर्फ़ गिरी है और काफ़ी पानी टपक रहा है क्योंकि मुझे लग रहा है I think the sun's coming out after a long time because of the snow around here.
Yeah, so far the streets are really interesting. There's some old architecture as well as some modern day shops, but you can tell it's a little different than Serbia. It's definitely not as wealthy, but I still think it has character.
बाकी सड़कें बड़ी शानदार हैं, धूप आ रही है यार तो बड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है। We are walking क्योंकि यार आगे हमको अपनी स्ट्रीट चेंज करनी है, बस चेंज करनी है, तो इसलिए यहाँ पे इधर की तरफ आए।
So I was reading that of course people in Moldova don't like to hear that their country's super cheap, so I'm gonna try not to say that, but it's kind of a habit. And also it's not a bad thing for tourism because it means that there's more young people who would love to come here because you can do a lot for very little. So I'm looking at it as a positive thing for the economy, you know.
Also Google Maps बड़ा अच्छे चलते हैं, तो just put on the address, click on the public transport and you basically get to know everything over Google Maps. Okay, we take right.
So far, I haven't found many people who speak English. We tried to get help at the airport to figure out where to go, and most people could not say anything, which really surprised me, but it's probably the sort of thing where the younger generation can speak so-so and the older generation very little. Yeah, our host for Couchsurfing, who we're gonna meet in a few minutes, told me that it's like 50-50 who can speak English and who can't.
Okay, almost there, almost there. This is a huge park. I was checking on the map. This park is used. There is a lake apparently.
And when you see one of these, you know that you've reached a bus stop.
Okay, I didn't see the number.
It says 4. Let's go.